Hi, everyone. Good to see you again. I'm really honored to have Chi Yan with us today. Hi, Chi.
Hi, Tamir.
So Chi has been with Real for quite some time now. I've been following Chi on social media, and I can say that I'm a big fan. I actually spent a few hours this morning just looking at some of your videos, which I think are hilarious and really well done. But maybe we should start with you just introducing yourself.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. It means a lot to be talking to you one-on-one, and I'm sure one day we'll meet in person. I see plenty of posts of my friends, hanging out with you, you know. So anyway, one day, one day. Anyway, so for me, where should I start? So really going back to the beginning, I was born in Hong Kong. And fast forward, I moved to the States with the family back in '83. I was 9 years old, so calculate that. I'm pretty old now. And really, going through normal life. My parents owned a Chinese carry-out, and I learned customer service there. And then fast forward to going to college and everything. After college, or right in the last year of college, I worked for a real estate brokerage part-time, and then that person, there was a girl there, a lady there that said, hey, do you want to work for a title company? So I didn't have to look for a job. I said, sure. Worked there for 11 years. When the 2008 and 9 recession came, he couldn't pay me anymore. So that's when I became a realtor back in April of 2009. And here I am.
Okay. Wow. 2009. I remember those days. How was it to be a realtor in 2009?
So in a way, it's a blessing in disguise, because just like I think like right now, it's a different market. What had happened then than right now. The market is super hot right now, no different than it was like 2000, what, 4, 5, 6, 7. And everyone was coming into the market, like many realtors coming into the market. And when that happened, a lot of the people who came in for the quick buck, so to speak, left. So I came back in, or I came in when everyone was leaving. So it was a blessing in disguise. So I was able to, while I live in Baltimore, a neighborhood called Passing Park, I became, so to speak, as they say, the neighborhood expert. So I did a lot of volunteering, meeting people on weekly basis and things like that. So people knew me, recommended me, and so on. So I became that little neighborhood realtor. And I still sell a lot in the neighborhood, but that's how I got my start. And it kind of worked out for me.
Got it. So I've been in real estate back then, and I carry some scars from those early days and from that economic crisis. And I guess you've been scarred as well. And my question is, we're always trying to compare like the market back then to what it is today. Like, is this 2006 and 2007 all over again? Is there a bubble? Where is the market going? Um, and obviously, looking at last month sales data, I think November prices went up by about 18%, which is, I mean, that's not sustainable. So where do you see the market going now in 2022 with all of the changes, with the Fed, with the interest rates? Like, where are we going to end up in a year from now?
So I recently just posted something yesterday, and I actually did a TikTok video on this kind of subject, touching on it. Is that um, I think everyone says inventory hasn't caught up with the demand. I mean, it's just supply and demand. So the price point is going to keep at current pace or even go up, depending on what the demand is going to be in the spring market. So we'll see again in the spring market when everything is super hot. People are selling, putting house on the market, and buyers buying. So let's see what happens there. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be hot no matter what. Um, and I compare a interest rate of 1% difference between 3% and 4% on a $350,000 house. On that difference, keeping the same monthly payment of $1,400, the house has to lower by $40,000 to keep the same monthly payment.
Yeah.
So us as realtors, we try to my job, your job, and everyone's job as a realtor. It's not really, people say that, oh, you're creating this market. We don't create nothing. we can't. If I have a magic wand, if you have a magic wand to say, hey, house price will go up 14%, next month, then we're in a different conversation here. But but the thing is, we're trying to show the data to the people for them to make a decision as they want what they want to do, because it's very jarring, because the total interest paid on that difference, I think it's like something like $40,000 over 30 years, something crazy. So
yeah, I saw your post yesterday with this table of comparison. So it is shocking, but again, you're not trying to manipulate the market. You're just showing actual data to prospective buyers, and they should make their decisions based on as much data as possible. So I think it's valuable that you're doing that. At the same time, I think that people really don't know how to quantify or interpret the difference between 2.5% interest rate to 3.5 on a mortgage. Like, there's a huge difference when you're thinking about a 30 years mortgage loan. So
yeah, I mean, I tell people that I bought my house April 2007, at the peak of the market, at like 6.5%. I had to put down 20% down to make the monthly payment manageable, and I save. So whenever I work with a buyer, I said, "What is your my first question is, what's your preferred monthly payment?" Then we work backwards from there.
Yeah, and it's also very difficult to provide predictions. Like, I've looked at the predictions that I gave for 2021, and I think the prediction was the market is more likely to cool down than to continue and appreciate. Obviously, I made a huge mistake, but I appreciate your willingness to give some sort of a prediction. So again, I'm a huge fan of your videos. I'm actually a big fan of anyone doing videos, but I think that you've really mastered it. And I follow you on social media. And actually, this morning when I kind of went through your social media, I was thinking, what type of image does Chi want people to have of him when he posts on social media? Like, what do you want to project? Like, what do you want people to think about you? Because all of us, we have our real persona, we have our social media persona. Some of us, those are really the same. But so what do you want people to think about you?
I think the relatability of me with them, that I am a father, I am someone who wants to have fun, the persona. And I tell people all the time, think about doing videos, is that really this video is just extension of you. If you truly put out who you are as a person, you will attract the same kind of energy from other people to you, no matter either business or anything else, that if they share the same kind of humor and laughter and things that I do on video, and they like it, there's no selling of me being their realtor. So that's a very important part of me using video to market myself. And because by that point, it's just a conversation. How can I help you? There's no selling. Back in the day, I tell people, back in the day, we have that hour sitting in someone's kitchen, dining room table, all the graphs, all the blah blah blah, all the literature that you bring, hoping that seller might use you to list their home. Now I would send their link to my YouTube channel, whatever, any videos you want me to see me in. You know what I look like, you know how I sound like, you know how I communicate with people. That's so powerful. So by the time we meet, then it's just really talking about business and really get to a personal level. Now that I'm a father of 3, so that's the next phase of my videos. I want to get more content out of being a family and helping families. So so being a family guy and then helping a lot of other families also right now. So to answer your question, I want to just let people know that I am that relatability person that I can help you in your real estate needs.
Thank you. How did you even start doing videos? And I mean, you obviously have a natural talent. I don't know if you were working hard on that or it comes easily, but how did you start and how did you discover that amazing talent that you have?
Well, thank you. So really, I think, looking back, in high school, I was, in concert choir, choir, like to sing and things like that. After that, I had a band with my buddies, my friends. I was I was the lead singer of a band for a couple of years, playing around. And at some point, I'm like, well, let me think about becoming an actor. You know, not a full-fledged actor. So let me take a couple of acting classes. So I did that and did some local stuff, stage plays, musicals, and things like that. So it's always been kind of like in my back of my mind, my passion, so to speak. And as they say, that life happens. You know, you start working, you get married, you have kids, and you have to pay the bills. So kind of like the passion kind of put in the back burner. But with the with YouTube and really your cell phone, anything you want to do you can do on your cell phone. And that kind of opened my eyes. And of course, many people is inspired by, you know, Gary Vee, be the digital mayor of your town, all this kind of stuff. So that kind of get the wheel turning. I'm like, well, let me start recording things that I want to do. So in the beginning, you know, just a Facebook Live, going through a tour and everything. And then one of the loan officers in my office said, hey, Chi, you want to do some videos? I said, done. Let's do a parody video of the Step Brothers. And kind of took off from there. And since then, you know, my mind's always turning about, okay, how can I take a scene from a movie that people love and twist it into a real estate theme, and then so that people can relate to the movie. They know exactly what that scene is to that movie, and then I twist it to a real estate theme. They love it, and it's fun for me to do. So and to go back a little bit more, it's I grew up, as I said, my parents owned a Chinese carryout, so every Saturday night I would watch Saturday Night Live, you know, every Saturday, and I watch them doing parodies of anything and everything, commercials and everything. So it's always ingrained in my head. So that kind of I take that a little bit more too into what I'm doing today.
Got it. So all the ideas are actually yours. You're not using anyone to come up with ideas for videos or production materials.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's a lot of my idea. I'm not here to say that some video that I've done, no one else have done, but I make it a point really a lot of times that if someone else has done it, I won't do it. I want to be the only one with that idea. So yeah, it's most of them, it's my idea. And I have a very good videographer now that he was a former realtor, and he is fantastic filming and editing and everything else. So whatever idea that I have, he can pretty much execute it to a certain point.
Got it. That's great.
And one day, and I want to make sure that I say this on record, that one day you will be in one of my parody videos. Just to let you know that.
And I think we already talked about this, no?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how good of an actor I am, but you'll have to teach me. But I'll do my best.
All right. Well, I'll tell you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, talking about you know, becoming better. I mean, all of us can become better, both as people, as human beings, and as professionals. What steps are you taking in order to improve in your business, in your personal life? I don't know, coaching, reading. What do you do?
First, talking to you one-on-one. That's fantastic. Second, I mean, you know, I was with a previous brokerage for 12 years. Nothing wrong with there. I mean, I learned a lot. Everything I know as a realtor is from the previous brokerage. But at a certain point, that I knew that I was the only one doing what I'm doing as a video marketer in my own market center, my own office. So it's funny if you think back, and you know this, and a lot of people know this, is that all the relationship that you develop now or 3-4 years ago, it's directing you into who you are today. So the people I met, Brad and Bob and Tim and all the main people in Rio, I met them a few years ago at another video group. So from that point on, we grew our relationships, and somehow, some way, Tim got involved, and Katie and Bob called me, and here I am at Rio. So for me, to answer your question, really is to associate myself with the people like-minded to know exactly how we want to present ourselves, as you said before, video marketing, and I want to grow that. And part of my plan is to do TikTok videos. And my point of TikTok videos, my TikTok account, is to meet with as many other realtors from across country, even Canada, as wise as I can. And I can tell you, I met a couple of agents in Washington State, and they joined Real because I met them on TikTok. So it worked. How about that?
Yeah.
And so me personally, obviously grow my business. I want to expand who I am as a person, how I can help agents to better themselves on social media marketing, video marketing, and then channeling them hopefully through Real.
Okay. You touched a little bit earlier on family and mentioned 3 kids, and you and I are pretty much in the same age. And I have 4 kids ranging from 2 years old to 15 years old. How do you feel that having kids change your life professionally? Because you mentioned, having kids, having to pay the bills, that has an impact on the business. Do you feel like you're doing it because you have to, you enjoy more or less? Do you feel a different type of responsibility, or in what way did parenthood impact your professional life?
So, the cliche that you're not doing this for yourself anymore. You're doing it for your family, for your kids. And it's fun to go back to what I do, doing videos. So every video that I do, it's like, okay, let's cast it to the TV and they watch it. And sometimes I'll record the reaction of my videos. So to really go deeper into the video aspect of family and everything, that every video that we're going to do or leave, it's a record of ourselves at this moment, and our future family members can see, hopefully forever. So no different than you and I, we would wish we can see our great grandfather or grandfather, what they were like when they were young, their family and everything else. So so that's really one of the main goals that I have, is to document as much as I can so that we have a record of our family. But to, with the family, I'm trying, that balance of family, work life. Thank goodness right now I'm at a point where when I tell a client who also has a family that, listen, I can't work with you or talk with you a certain time, they totally understand. We'll talk after 9 or before, whatever. So it's very important. And without my family, really, I don't know where I'd be today. Without the support of my wife, who supports me so much through this whole process, and my parents, my family, and everyone else, without all their support, I wouldn't be where I am today. So family is very important. I mean, to go back, my parents moved my younger brother and I to the United States to have a better life, and to have a life here, to where I'm at right now, that means the world to me.
Yeah. It's really important for everyone to remember that, there's a family and there's a spouse behind everyone, and it's not like we do things by ourselves. We're surrounded by families, and they're a part of this. I mean, if you're successful, then you're not successful because of yourself. It's a partnership with your family, and we have to remember it every minute. Would you recommend your kids to pursue a career in real estate?
Yeah, I mean, if ultimately they want to, I think in the last 10 years, 5 years, whatever it is, I think, and the last 2 with the pandemic, how people view what they do work-wise has changed so dramatically. I just literally saw a 60-minute report where the big what's the term? People are quitting their jobs. And this one lady said, I quit my job and I don't know what I want to do. And now she's a virtual executive for 3 CEOs, sitting in her home working, and she's more happier than ever. And she took up a 4th job, as they say, teaching English in some online course. So if they want to be a realtor, obviously I can help them there. So yeah, I have no problem them being a realtor.
Okay. Yeah, because I've heard a few parents in the past, coming from real estate, not recommending it to their kids. I don't know why people kind of sometimes they get burned and they want their kids to have a different future. But yeah, I think I believe that real estate is the most amazing industry to be in. So obviously, I wish my kids to continue and practice real estate. But again, it's all about them being happy.
Exactly. Yeah. It's all about being happy. Obviously, we want them to do good in school, but I think in the next, I mean, my kids, my oldest one's 9, 7, and 6. So we have this next, my oldest one, 6, 7 years to kind of to see what she wants to do and go on from there.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you consider the one thing that that you need to have in order to succeed in real estate or in general? Like, what's the one attribute that you need to possess?
So to relate to myself, I think that you have to find what makes you happy. I don't know what I will be like if I can't do videos in my real estate career. Am I just going to pound the phones and keep doing open houses week after week, day after day, and expire? There are no expired listings anymore, so no, to call. So I think to tell people, really find, okay, I tell people or ask people sometimes, like, am I doing videos? Do I love real estate or do I love helping people? And that could be interchangeable. Some people are like, I love helping people, and just real estate is the part of that vehicle for me to help people. Me, same thing. It's one of those things, like, at this point now, am I making videos to be satisfied with who I am as a person, and using real estate to kind of push that, to out there to people. So to answer your question, really, is that I think if you're in the real estate career, find out what you're passionate about. If you're into video, fantastic. It's the great way to market yourself. If you're not, that's fine. You just have to find something else that you're passionate about. And neighborhood meetings, that's how as I said before, that's how I got to my start. I volunteered to be the VP sector of the West sector of my neighborhood. Did trash pickup, all those things. That's, at the end of the day, still very human interaction aspect of it. So you have to find a way that makes you feel good about yourself as a realtor, so that you don't feel like you're just selling stuff. You're just have a personal connection with the people you work with. So you pick what you're passionate about, and I think you go full speed ahead.
That's great. So last question, and we're in January of 2022, and it's time of making New Year's resolutions and plans and goals and all of this. If you had one wish to wish to yourself or somebody else, what would it be?
To me or someone else?
Yes.
Could be any wish.
Can gift. Yeah, you can gift a wish to anyone.
Okay. I think the main thing is that I wish that, I wish that people will just realize the incredible life that they each have. I say that is because recently I just did a video where someone said, realtors are just scam artists and leeches. Now, at what point of their life they would say that on social media, And so I think people need, I wish people will see the beauty of what's out there, and enjoy life. And I think that if you have more, just more of the possibility, more positivity in the world, things will be better. I think that's what this currently what we need right now. So I don't know if that's a wish, good wish or not, but I think going through life, it's hard enough as it is. But I think a little bit more perspective in life and positively would go along.
Well, that's a beautiful way to end a conversation, Chi. So thank you very much for being with us today. For the people watching, if you are not following Chi, just looking up on social media, HETV on Instagram, Chi Yan, just follow him. Make yourself a favor. Chi, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tamir. I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you for taking time.